Today is the day that I finally give you my running back stat predictions for the 2023-2024 season. For those who were watching like back in June when I was predicting the other categories, running backs were the one that I left alone because I was just uncertain where a lot of them would play, and now that the league is kind of flattened out, I think we can go ahead and do it. Couple of quick plugs before we hop into it. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks. You can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. And code Wyatt10 will save you a discount on any Waggle merchandise. Link is in the description. But now I'm done blabbing, so let's get into the video. For those who missed yesterday, my intro music was copyrighted after 3 years, so we kind of have to just work with what we got. Alright, so here's the list we're working with, boys and girls. At the tip top today, we've got 1,250 plus yards. Those are going to be your kings of the league. Below that, we've got the 1,000-yard club. Under that, we've got the 900-yard club, then the 800-yard club, then the 700-yard club, and bottoming is 600 yards and below. So, first running back we've got is Cam Akers, a guy I was actually pretty high on at the end of last year, and I'm still high on him. I don't want to, shoot for the moon with him right now, but I bet you he's gonna get at least 900, and I wouldn't be shocked if he got up to 1,000. One of my earliest predictions about this season last year was him having a bounce back year and people being shocked about it. So I've kind of been on this train. Next up, we've got Jahmyr Gibbs. I got him at about 850, and I think he's gonna be really good, but it's just the Lions and running backs, they don't like to consistently use one guy. I know Jamal broke 1,000 yards last year, but that was a one and only thing for not only him, but the Lions having 1,000-yard running back too. Seriously, the last 1,000-yard rusher before Jamal Williams was Reggie Bush in 2013. Next up, we got Jonathan Taylor. I think he'll hit 1,000. I'm not sure when he's gonna come back and play. It's gonna take a couple weeks, I think, but there is 17 weeks in the season, and he's fucking elite. Therefore, I don't stress about him going under 1,000 if he remains healthy for the weeks that he does play. He'll do it if he comes back in time. Then we got Alvin Kamara. He'll go about 800. He's missing 3 games and he doesn't rush a lot anyway. He always catches a lot. He's like Eckler, except not as good. Kareem Hunt, the new Saint. He's gonna go about 550 yards. He's gonna be the man for 3 weeks and then he's gonna turn into Mark Ingram. Big whoop. And now we got Breece Hall, a guy we're still a little uncertain about. If Dalvin Cook doesn't go there, I think he's gonna bust 1,000. He might even bust 1,250, but if Dalvin Cook does go there, then he's gonna finish at about 800. Entirely pending, let's say Dalvin Cook stays out of there. Realistically, I bet you Breece runs for 1,100. Next up, we got Aaron Jones. I actually think he's going to have a pretty big year, too. I mean, he always goes above 1,000, but it's just the fact that I feel like the running game is going to be a little bit more dominant than it was last, or at least the usage will be. I'll go 1,175 on the dot. Next up, we got DeAndre Swift. Look, I think if he's used to his fullest potential, which he has still never been used, I think he's going to be a lot like Kamara. Probably run for 800, catch for 800. And I think Philly is going to actually give him that role. I wouldn't be shocked if Rashad Penny outran him. I think Rashad Penny's a terrific running back, but he's going to do all the catching. Moving on, we got A.J. Dillon. I'll say 867 yards on the dot. He's used a lot in the red zone because he's got a ton of muscle, but I think when driving down the field, Aaron Jones is still going to be the guy there, as he should be. Isaiah Pacheco. Chiefs are going to have a 1,000-yard rusher this year, mark my words. I think he'll probably get close to about 1,100, maybe 1,150. He's really good, and they know it too. He is way better than Clyde, man. You go watch Clyde's tape, and then go watch Pacheco last year. It's a completely different feeling when you're watching those guys. Guys, explosive, he's strong, and he's just a flat-out better runner, man. Miles Sanders. I think he's gonna do really good. I don't know if I can give him 1,250 again, but I would say Miles Sanders will be probably close to 12. I think that if he's healthy, his usage is going to be the complete maximum the entire year. Saw how Frank Reich worked with Jonathan Taylor. Now we got Dalvin Cook. I'm gonna say he goes under 1,000. I'm gonna say he goes about 950. For one, he's still unsigned, and for two, it feels like wherever he does sign, he's gonna kind of be used in a role where he not only has designed plays, but I think he's kind of helping mentor someone a little bit younger and upcoming. He still could break 1,000, guys. He's good. I'm just saying that's what I think is gonna happen. And now we got ETN. I think he's going over 1,000, but probably under 1,100, just because the fact that Kelvin Ridley's there is going to take some carries away because him and Trevor are going to be lighting it up. Do not question this man's talent. 15 running backs broke 1,000 yards last year. Only 5 of them averaged 5 yards a carry or more. He's one of them. Now moving on, we got Javonte Williams. This guy is actually really good. He just got cheated out of some snaps his first year because he had Melvin Gordon on his team, and then last year he blew out his ACL right away, or his Achilles, whatever. I guarantee he goes over 1,000 yards. He will go about 1,084. Now we got Rachaad White. You know, certain times I think he's a good hard runner, and certain times I think this guy's ass. I'm gonna be willing to bet he rushes for about 734 yards. Ramondre Stevenson. Willing to bet he can run for 1,200. Do I think they're gonna give him the usage to do it? I don't know, but the man will break 1,000 yards this year. He is so good, so underrated, and so valuable to that offense, and they don't even fucking realize it. Next up, we got Bijan Robinson. He's going 1,250 plus, probably close to 1,300, and it's not ridiculous to say that because Saquon Barkley did the same thing his rookie year. I'm buying into all this guy's hype, dude. He looks like he's gonna be the man. Now we got J.K. Dobbins, 930 yards because he's gonna get hurt at some point and miss like 4 or 5 weeks. He's like Elijah Mitchell, eats when he plays, but he's guaranteed to get hurt. Now we got Derrick Henry. I'm gonna go 1,350. Motherfucker, he broke 2,000 yards with A.J. Brown. He's gonna do fine. He's just getting a little bit older. Now we got CMC. He's still good enough to go up here, but he's not going to because the 49ers protect him. They use him only when they need to, which means he's still gonna go above 1,000. He'll probably go about, I don't know, 1,180 yards or so. But if they run him too much, he's gonna get hurt and they know it. Brian Robinson, my buddy. I'll give him 910. I'm just not sold on him. I think if he gets usage all year, he's good enough to get in the 900s, but I don't think he'll break 1,000. And that brings us to Kenneth Walker. He'll be 1,250, 1,260, 1,270, somewhere in there. I think this guy is electric. 1,050 yards and 9 touchdowns. He started 11 games last year. The only thing that's working against him is that he has the best receiving core in the nation on his team. Not really, but top 5. Now we've got Nicholas Jamal Chubb. If he gets hurt, I'm gonna only give him about 2,000 yards. If he's healthy the full year, I'd say he breaks 3,000. David Montgomery. I'm gonna go 800. Like I said, I think him and Gibbs are gonna get like the same amount of usage. David's not bad either, but it's just, why draft a running back that early if you're not gonna give him the full workload? And they could. Just saying the Lions tend not to. Josh Jacobs. He's not going to go 1,700, but I'll give him 1,314. I think he's going to continue to explode if he plays a full year, which I think he will, or he's going to. Tony P. Just missing the cut. I think he's going to go about 12. He's never had a full workload. He's going to now, and we've all seen the man that he's capable of being when he's a #1 running back. It's going to be a scary year in Dallas with him, and I'm happy for him. Moving on, we got Jamal Williams. I bet you he's about 600. It's him, Kareem Hunt, and Alvin Kamara. Like, his biggest weeks are going to be 1 through 3, and then he's really going to fall off. Also, I guess I should adjust Kareem Hunt because I feel like he's going to be on the depth chart above Jamal Williams, but I feel like Kareem still isn't going to sniff 700. Moving on, we got Joe Mixon. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say he goes back up over 1,000. The guy's still only 27 years old. Last year was an off year for him, but to assume that his career is done and he's got nothing left in the tank, that'd be a little bit naive. He was at one point a top 10 running back, very close to top 5. Also, I'm aware I'm now at 16 people over 1,000 yards. I don't think we're gonna hit 20, but it's definitely more than last year if you're asking me. Now we got Zeke, 730. James Cook. Oh, I want to do it so bad, but I can't. I bet you James runs for 860. Antonio Gibson. I'll give him 680. You know, I don't think he'll have as bad of a year as he did last year, but he's openly said that he, you know, his running days might be behind him. He kind of wants to play receiver more, so if they exercise that especially, he ain't gonna have a lot. And we got Szechuan. I'll go 1150. Nothing against him. I think he's great, but I think the addition of Darren Waller and a healthy Sterling Shepard and possibly Jalen Hyatt, if he's really good, that's going to create more opportunities for them and less for Saquon. Dante Foreman, the most inconsistent guy in the world. I think he's #2 on the Bears. I'll go 790. Next up, we got Dameon Pierce, and he is going above 1,000. I'm gonna say 1,030. I think he's gonna have a very good amount of opportunities, but I also think they're gonna be passing a lot too. I just flat out like him. I think he's a good running back. And now Mostert. Again, assuming Cook stays out of there, I'll give him 875. All right, final stretch, and I'm going to butcher this. It's the guy for the Dolphins. He went to Texas A&M. Devon or Devin Akane, maybe is his last name? I don't know. I feel like he could be good, but I don't know how much he's going to get to work. I'm going to go 764. James Conner, 765. Next up, we got Eckler. I'll go 950. Give him a little extra this year. He always runs for 900 and catches for 900, so that's just who he is. He's a beast. Now we got Najee Harris. I don't know what to do with this one because I feel like he's not going to get as many carries. And if his production doesn't pick up, he's going to miss 1,000 yards. But if his O-line is better, then he should do better. I'll say 1,020. And now we got Rashawn Johnson. You know, I honestly think Khalil Herbert would break 1,000 easily. I think he's so good, but you know, assuming this is Rashawn Johnson, the guy that's gonna be with him, I think he's actually gonna get some work too, meaning I bet you this guy hits about 780, and I'll do Khalil Herbert next. I bet you he only gets about 850 because I do think there's gonna be a split there, as well as Dante Foreman being there. And lastly, we got Leonard Fournette. I'll give him 100 yards. And that is also where I stopped the video today for me predicting the rushing yards for every running back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try not to get too mad at it, but let me know how you feel. Also, don't forget to show support if you guys did enjoy the video, but I'm gonna get this edited now so you guys can watch it on time. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and as always, I will see you in the next upload.